Test one, two. Yo, yo. What's up, everybody? This is Kevin Ellop. My name is Kevin Ellop, and I am here with K Sound Productions. All right. Productions Inc. K Sound Inc. I done changed the name so many times. But this is Art of Sound. All right. It's been a while since I've streamed. So, and the reason being was because I've been working very hard to get the music production education platform up and running, fully fledged. I've took a stab at it at first. I had another design or whatever, and so um, I wanted to make it better, make the experience better for my students, and get things working and just making it just going full in. You know what I'm saying? Before it was just like a test of the waters to see what it is, and so uh, I wasn't satisfied at first, and so now this is I really like what I've came what we've came to. So I can see y'all's questions as they come in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate our support. What's good? What's good, everybody? Man, it's been a while. It feels good to be home, like in this chair, streaming live, talking to you guys. This is awesome. And for that purpose, I went, further into the education world and wanted to just like kind of do this more on the permanent side and just being a help. So I have a few courses available now that I am currently expanding. I'm adding more things and there will be more courses available. So let's without further ado, let's just go ahead and give a look to what the site looks like. All right. Um, Let me make my screen a little bigger here so you guys can see what's going on. And all right. So let me minimize the screen back here. I just wanted to show you guys what everything looks like. So if you was to become a student, this is the type of experience that you would experience, and still working on it, but you know, it's in progress. All right, everything is a progression stage here. All right, so you're gonna see me off to the corner or whatever. Just bear with me. I just want to show you, um, just kind of give you an idea of what's going on. All right, so basically, when you first come to the site, and it looks big on this screen because I have a 27-inch screen here, which the resolution is, yeah. So it may look a little, everything may be like depending on what screen, and it looks great on mobile phones. So even if you have a mobile phone, and the great thing about this is, that point right there, the point I just made by looking good on mobile phones. That was my whole reason of changing things and um thinking about the design as it will look on mobile devices, because a lot of us these days are using our mobile devices to learn and pretty much everything daily, researching and emailing and texting and FaceTime and all of these things that we're doing nowadays. And I just wanted to make sure that the production education platform was optimized for this type of thing. So basically, this is what it would look like if you was to log into your profile through your mobile device, and it comes up like this. So if you guys want to take a chance and just go to Art of Sound right now, artofsound.university, and just take a look at what it looks like. All right, so before we get started, I want to let you guys know that there will be a discount code that will be sent out to everybody that's on my email list. Now let's scroll down to the part where I want you to go and actually put in your email list so you won't miss out. So I'm gonna scroll down here, and in this section right here where it says subscribe now to be notified, this is where you're gonna put in your name, your email address, and make sure. And if you're already on the list, that's great. You already on the team. You ahead of the game. But if you're not on this list, then you need to go here and subscribe to this list and make sure that you are in here. So when I get ready to send out the code for the holiday season, this is December 2016. We are in the the Christmas season right now, and I want it to be uh, uh, I'm in the holiday spirit and want to give out a code so that everyone can learn um, through these courses that I'm getting ready to show you at a discounted rate during this holiday season. So that's what I'm doing. I work hard to get this site to look like this, and I'm still working on it. But anyway, let's take a stab at the questions here. Uh, okay, cool. Nice graphics. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm I'm out here. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. So basically, this is the front page of the site, and I plan to continue updating the site as we go. There'll be new things here. So currently, right now, why Studio One 3? And that's like everyone that's been following me, you subscribe to the channel, you already know that I'm a Studio One head. And so I went ahead and did a review a couple of times. I did a review the start of Studio One, and then I did another one after a year. So I have both of them here. And if you guys care to look at that, and this is how it looks. And this is pretty much the blog section of um of the site here. And if I click on blog up here, it's all of the blogs within this site. There's not many, but I'm getting more into it. So this is all of the blogs. All of these will have pictures. I have to just update them or whatever. But um, this is the blog section, and off to the right, you notice that there's the latest courses here. So um, you can never miss when you on the site. You'll never miss out, no matter what you're doing. You're reading something. Say you're reading, I don't know, making big music with little gear. If you're looking at this, you know what I mean, and you're enjoying, you say you click on the video, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be, and oh man, he's got a branding you know what I'm saying, and it's just you'll never miss out on anything. And if you need to search anything, you can also put in the search here. All right, so here's the big thing. Let's go to the course section. There's not many courses. I believe it's only maybe 5 or 6 on here. Like I said, I'm working. I'm building. Um, hmm. We have to put an update request for that as well. And it's not okay. And I know exactly why it's doing that. But basically, all of the courses lives here in this section, and once I fix it, you'll see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and log in, and I made up as this guy named Random Guy. That's his name, and so just want to show you guys what's going on. So right here, you have the option to log in with your social account, Facebook, Google, or Twitter. And if you forget your password, you could definitely there's a lost your password here, and then it would generate an email for you asking you to it's a link that will be included in the email, and you go, just the typical, you guys know about this. If you lost your password, the site will help you out, and then you'll be back on board. All right, so this is how we log in, and this is the back end. The site is currently a little slow. That's something else I'm working on as well. But bear with me. Hope I'm. it's a lot going on the site, and just have to get it, do some things, whatever. But anyway, we're gonna go to the profile section. All right, that's the main thing. Um, we're gonna visit the profile, and this is what your profile will look like. So I have currently one um one course that I have in here. Okay, and if I click on here, and this pretty much, this page has all of the courses that you enrolled in. So it's really convenient. You know what I mean? So if you need to get to anything, bam, everything's right there. You need to get to the course. The cool thing about this is you have your progress, like it's several courses in here, or several videos or lectures, and you have your percentages here. So the good thing about this is everything is pretty much self-paced. So if you only have time to watch the first couple of videos and you need to come back to it, that's cool. You can come back to it and you can just start where you left off at. And this is a great thing about this. Everything is on the site. Before I had it where you guys had to download a big file, but this is something new. Everything is streamed from the site itself, so you don't have to go anywhere, or on your computer. Like I say, you can use your mobile device, and this is how you will view your courses. So you click on one of those links, and it takes you straight here, and you can go ahead and proceed to click on the video, and and then you will click the complete lesson, and that's for, if once you get to the end here, you hit complete, then you go over to the next one, and or you can click here on the next one, and there's like a little grade highlight showing you which course you're on currently, and then you can proceed to go to the next lecture within this actual course, right? And then and that's pretty much how it goes from there. All right. Um, if you click on music production, I don't really remember what happens once you click on that, but we'll see. Okay. It takes me to the category section. And this actually, what we see now is a better synopsis as to what the course section on here. So if I click course up here, this is what it's supposed to look like, but I have to go in and change something. But everything is within categories here on the site. So everything that's regarding music production, everything regarding mixing, and you got the marketing and brand. All of those are broken up into categories. So for you guys that's looking for something in like specific categories, I've actually have categories attached to everything, which is a good thing, which is a pretty good thing. So say for instance, I don't have 6 points to music production greatness in this particular account, right? So you guys that are looking to purchase a new course, and this is really how it will look. I was trying to show you guys that when I hit the course link, but it didn't happen quite the way I wanted to. So, but basically, this is what it will look like. It would take you here, and it actually give like a small summary, detail, whatever, and it kind of tell you how many videos that's involved here. You can actually click over to the curriculum, and it'll show you the video. And some of these courses I have provided a preview, so you can see the preview, the actual preview, if you will, just to give you an idea as to what you will be taking. And all of the courses don't have a preview in there, but there's a few of them that has a preview to just give you an idea as to what to expect. So I'm kind of like still giving away stuff for free. And if you want everything, then you have to actually purchase the course to get all of the videos. So just want to show you guys, like, what to expect, just I just wanted the experience to be a little smoother, for students, so you won't have to second guess what you're doing and what you're looking at and what you will be actually learning, because I get that from some people. Some people trust me, and some people like, what will I actually be getting? So that's the whole reason why I went and kind of changed everything to make everything a little better here. So let's go to some of the questions here. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask any questions. I can answer anything. Hopefully. Uh, Nathaniel says, "What's up, Ella? What's up, man? I just came into the chat. What's the course about and how much? I have several courses on the site, so it just really depends on what interests you. Most of the courses on the site are at $30 right now. That's just right now. This is me talking December of 2016. Most of the courses right now is $30. They may increase in the future. They may decrease. I'm not really sure. But right now, as it stands, everything is $29.99, $30, right? But I've already expressed that once you guys go to the front of the page and put in your email address, I will be sending out a discount code for everyone. So you will be getting this course at a discounted rate. But if you don't want to wait and you ready to learn now, by all means, please feel free to go in and spend $30. That will be very grateful. That I'm not stopping you, but just in the holiday spirit, I will be giving out a discount code or whatever. Um, so you guys just saw I clicked on mixing. This is the only one I have regarding mixing. There is another one that I'm about to upload, and it will fall here. So then there will be two courses. And then as we go along, we'll have just more things on the site. And before you know it, it's just this site will be a powerhouse for everything music production. That's the goal. That's the whole goal. And then in the future, the near future, I will have like other people teaching and other courses introducing more of a I don't know, diverse intercourse type deal, diversity and instructing teaching styles from different people, and that type of thing. Right now it's just me doing everything. I'm trying to get out everything that I know off my chest, and then when I hit something, who knows? Someone that's very gifted and knowledgeable in another area, like maybe someone um knows like a little bit more about copyright or something like that, and we could set up a course for them, and they'll be teaching it, and it'll be make it available on the site. What I mean? These are different ideas I'm sharing with you guys that will happen in the near future. I'm definitely thinking about that. Anyway, let's go. Is that everything? There's also a forum section for you guys if like in any courses that you are enrolled in. Um, Let me tell you guys, this is the good thing about this is let's go back to the course here. Um, there was something I wanted to show you guys. Like say you already logged in or whatever, and you click on a course that you should already have. So this one I already have it, right? And the good thing about this is once you click on it, it's not gonna say buy the course. It's actually gonna give you details as to where your percentage, your progress is. So there's not even a link here that will provide you to buy it again. You know what I'm saying? So that's almost like a safety matter. It prevents you from buying it two times, which is a good thing. But if I wanted to go ahead and purchase this branding course here, you know what I'm saying, then it will actually provide that buy the course link. So, those kind of things I was just thinking like, man, that's pretty dope. I like that. Also, I want to encourage you guys to take advantage of the review. Like you go through these courses. I love to see your reviews and just rate the courses, and what I mean. Let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's major. I love to see reviews. So now, before there wasn't a way to do that. Now there's a way to review the courses as you take them, which is pretty cool. You can go here to the instructors. This is me here. You know what I mean? That's your boy. That's your boy. And if you want to follow me. You know, I have a couple of links here where you can actually. Also, the cool thing about this is since this site is newly integrated with social media, you can actually comment to something here using um, your Facebook integration, or if you logged in through Google, I believe Google, you know, the comment section for Google will pop up here. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's go to some of these questions. I see them coming in. Um, Art of Sound University, Art of Sound dot University. Yes, you got it. Sip easy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Um, let's see. Push button. Kev hit me to the Studio One, and I haven't touched everything else since it's solid. You know, I do have that type of effect on people. I don't, you know. No, I'm jabbing right now. Yeah, Studio One is awesome. I use it daily. I still use it, and that's the reason why I felt the need to do a another review on Studio One even after a year of using it, because I still get questions asking, "What's your thought? What do you think about Studio One even after using it after a year? Do you still feel solid? Do you still feel like, you know, it's you know, like your first review? Like, do you still feel the same?" And so, you know, that it's the reason why I did another video. So if you guys missed that video, it's if you visit the Artisound, or you can just browse through this channel currently. But if you don't feel like doing all that, you can actually just go on to the website itself, Artisound D, you know, or Artisound dot University, and you can just type. Well, you don't have to type. You can actually go here. You can actually is right here. The one of the first links that might be, this may not be the first link in another month or so. You know what I mean? It may change, but right now, why Studio One 3? There's a blog here, or you can go down here and click on the actual blog itself, and it would take you there, and it would tell you why I love Studio One 3. All right, so um, yeah, that's good stuff, man. Uh, Sip Easy, 6 points to music production. Which would you say is most important? Um, they are all important. They're all important. Let's visit. Let's see if I can visit that now. They are pretty much all important. With that issue being the issue that I have, I'm trying to see if I can just get over there to the courses now, or maybe I can fix it now so that I can show you guys what I want to show you. Yeah, because everything is not it's not doing what I want it to do. All right, so basically there are 6 points to music production that I decided to put in a video or course form, and they all make sense. Like it's like a course, you know. Each lecture kind of follows itself, so it's like parts that makes a car. You know what I mean? You can't really say um which which part in the car is most important. You know what I mean? But I guess if you're talking terms of luxury, like what do you want in your car? Like if you want a navigation system, or if you want if you want to customize your speakers that goes in your car, or you want to, you know what I'm saying? If you're going, like, if we speaking of in that aspect, then you could say, yeah, okay, this is more important than this. But like, I would say the 6 points to music production, it will be my rendition of audio, not an audio, but a automobile. if you will. And basically, like, you got your wheels. You know what I'm saying? You got your muffler system. You got your engine. You know what I mean? And then you got you know um a part where you insert your oil so that your engine can run smoothly. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the pieces that makes a car, a vehicle, what it is, all of those things are important. If you take one away and say that, okay, my muffler system is more important than my engine, then you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or my engine system is more important than my muffler system. Well, how will how will you exhaust all of the gases and fumes and things like that? Then you still in trouble. You know what I mean? So it's like, in music production, the way I set up the course is like there's nothing really more more uh something a subject more important than something else. You know what I mean? And this is sort of the reason why I created this platform, because like everything that I teach, I feel like everything, all of the courses kind of like they go together. You know what I'm saying? I have a branding course on here. You need like you can make beats, you can do music production all day long, but then you're gonna run into the issue of okay, so how do I get out there? Who do I talk to? You know what I'm saying? What do I do? Well, in my branding course, I actually show you guys some of the things that you need to do. You know, music production, music production will be, and this is what I learned. Music production will be like probably 10-20% of your career. And that just really depends on how you're going about it. Now, if you already got, placements and you got an agency you signed to, blah, 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 and you don't care about getting out there and more people discovering you, then that's a little bit different. You know, that I would say, your situation will be a whole lot different. But if you somebody who just starting out, you're great at music production, you make beats and you feel like they dope, you made a couple of sales here and there, but you need more. You trying to make it a business, and you trying to go forward. You trying to, what I'm saying, you trying to do your thing. Well, in my branding course, I actually show you that you need to have a business setup, and then you need to, there's certain things that you need to do to brand yourself, to put yourself out there even more. You need to learn how to utilize the social media for what you do. And, I have certain things that I've done that helps or that helped me get out and it kind of put me where I am now today. You know what I'm saying? I have placements on. I don't like I don't like blabbering about stuff like that, because I feel like I need to do way more. But I do have several places. I have a couple on NFL. You know what I mean? I have some with Bravo, Lifetime. I have some on Animal Network, CNN, MTV. You know what I'm saying? And these things that came, these deals that came from the way I've been marketing myself. Like I put myself out there. I use Twitter. I talk about Twitter in the branding course and what you can do. Because a lot of you guys are asleep on Twitter. Twitter will be like your driving force in your music career, because all the music supervisors live on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You guys probably didn't know that. Some of you probably have. If you took my course, you know this. But uh most of all of the supervisors live on Twitter, and but there's like certain things you got to do, certain things you got to say. You don't know who they are. I don't know who all of them are, and it just really depends on who's out there and what they're looking for and when, like the time frame. And so you got to learn how to utilize Twitter to the fullest in order to take advantage of some of the things. Um, there are other sites out here that provide a service, and some of them have costs attached to them, and that's going to be one of those things that you have to do research on specifically. But a lot of times, if someone reach out to you and say that they can give you something and there's no cost attached to it, then that's probably the best deal. Like when I was doing my thing, I was constantly doing like Instagram posts, like posting my work as I work. You know what I mean? And I had my Instagram attached to my Twitter, so my Twitter would get hit too. And there was a couple of people who was watching my Twitter, like, man, okay, we like this guy, we like his sound, we feel like he can definitely work in the commercial field. So they reached out to me and asked if I was looking for, or if I'm interested in working with them in this deal. And that just came just based on just tweeting, you know what I'm saying, Instagram, and you got to stay persistent at it, and that's really the main thing, you know what I'm saying. So you know I share some of this stuff in my branding course. you know there's a certain way, certain things you want to say, when making posts or whatever, and it's just it's in there, you guys should check it out. I had one student that took it and replied back to me and was like, "Man, everything you taught, man, I took in, and you started like immediate results start to happen after that." You know what I mean? And I was like really amazed. You know, for someone who's creating the content and to hear that other people are benefit from it, to me, it's just that means a lot to me. It just does something to me. I'm trying to change the course section and like change the coding or whatever so that it will display the correct stuff. Right now it's not displaying the right the right link. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed everything that I've shown you, everything that I said. Um, my whole goal behind this is just so that we can grow. We all can grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing. I'm still learning, and I want you guys to grow and continue learning as well. So that's the whole goal, and this is the reason why I created this so that and then guys, you know a lot of guys out here looking for free stuff. I get it. You know, I'm the same way sometimes. I mean, everybody like that. If you could save a buck or two, man, that's great. But if you look at the content that I'm sharing, according to what I charge, was really not a charge. It's just the cost of running the site. You know what I'm saying? Just look at it like that. You just supporting the site to continue to run and for me to continue doing. If you go to a university or I don't know who I'm not gonna bash anybody, but there's a lot of other people that's doing something similar to what I'm doing. All of the content that I'm providing for a low cost, you're not gonna find what I provide. You know what I'm saying? And I've been told this several times. And that's not even including what I've already shared on YouTube. You know, I already gave away a lot of free stuff on YouTube, and a lot of you is benefiting greatly, and that's great, and I'm happy. I'm overjoyed with that. But you know, I want to give more. You know what I mean? And so there's a price tag that I have to put on it. I'm running a business, so um, let's go to the questions while I try to fix this link here. Uh, push buttons. I love push button. You're a great guy, man. I appreciate your support, man. You've been supporting me from day one, so I definitely appreciate it. Everything that you post or have done, you've always, uh, yeah, man. I definitely appreciate it. I just want to let shout out to push button, man. Just want to let you know that I see you, and you know, that's what's up. That's what's up. I really appreciate that. And those are the type of people I need around me at all times. People that help push me, people that support. You know what I'm saying? And in return, I'll support you. You know what I mean? That's the type of person I am. I'm not on here looking for you guys spend money learning from me, if I can, I'll support you as well. You know what I mean? If I can, I'm a very busy man. So, but I do what I can. You know what I mean? Um, so that's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate that. Rob says, does any does any course teach about chord progression, melody, and harmony? Um, at the moment, no. There's not anything on here that teaches chord progression and melody, and that's something I can probably put together. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Again, I I I build courses according to you guys. Like, I don't know, like most of the courses I create, or most of the videos for that matter that I create, um, when I do my thing, I just kind of hope that people follow what I'm doing and like get an idea as to how I take things. But I could definitely show you like ideas of like progression, and then melodies and harmonies and whatnot. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So that's something I can and probably provide. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Dilio, what's up, man? It's a course, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Sabiza says, maybe the foundation of rhythm and bass. Okay, okay, cool. Um, Rob also says, does any of your videos have any Easter egg on how to pimp slap and when you wow. Okay, so how to pimp slap and when to use baby powder and when not to. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I probably will need to create something for that. All right. So Nathaniel says, brother, I don't have a problem with you profiting from your courses. You sound like you earned your stripes. I appreciate that, Nathaniel, man. Yeah, man. Like I say, my whole goal is to help people, and I provide a lot of free content, a lot of content, and I'm gonna share with you guys this one statement I had on my channel, and I thought it was pretty interesting. This one guy commented commented to one of the I know Rob, I know you messing with me, that's what's up, It's nothing wrong with having fun, man. But this one guy commented to one of my videos, and he said, you don't explain thoroughly everything you say. And that comment did a little bit to me because I feel like, well, first of all, I provide like hundreds of videos worth information. So what do you mean I don't explain or break down? So then I went and gave him the link to the course, the art of sound, just to kind of, well, if you want to learn deep and in depth information as to what I teach, I actually put it in the courses. You know what I mean? Like the stuff I may leave out in videos, the public videos, I take my time in the courses and actually explain everything that I'm doing. So you know, that kind of did something to me a little bit. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I how many videos have you seen? I've uploaded like a bunch of them breaking down stuff or whatever. But anyway, that's one of those people who's trying to get everything on and benefit from everything on YouTube. Well, everything is not on YouTube. You can find a lot. You can learn how to make beats on YouTube. There's a lot of people doing that. I'm doing that. But like I say, I wanted to provide more. And the stuff that I want to give out more, is going to be involved in the courses, because if you really really want to learn how to become good at what you do, and you're willing to invest, to the point, you know what I mean, you want to get good at what you're doing to the point you want to invest in what you're doing and become better and make this a career, you know what I mean? I'm pouring all this stuff out in my courses. All right. So, um, going on to the site, you know, it's Art of Sound, ARTOFSOUNDD. I said end. SOUNDD. Spell the word sound with two D's. Dot university. That's the website. That's how you get there. Art of Sound dot university is the website where you can get to the to all of the courses or whatever. And in that front page, if you scroll down a little bit down, you're gonna see where it says something about subscription. All right. When you get there, that's where you will enter your email address there because I will be sending out a email to everyone on that list providing discount codes for the holiday season. So you guys will get a discount during this time, and you can get a enjoy learning some stuff from me at a discounted rate. All right. All right. So trying to change up something here. I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you guys. You guys have been awesome. Definitely want to go live just just to get that interaction from you guys. Um, Sabizi says that's true, but that's how you should be. That's how you should do it, bro. Keep pounding. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. You guys were awesome. Um, so be looking for more. You know, once you become a part of the site, we are connected forever. And so everything that I'm doing, there will also be T-shirts that will be provided. I'm working on a mascot right now. I have one up now, but it's gonna change. It's gonna change because I'm not really satisfied with the icon for the site as of right now. But once I'm finalized with everything, you guys will definitely know there will be shirts made, and then you know that will be on the site for purchase as well. And I'm just looking forward to seeing a bunch of people just uploading videos with the shirt on. So I'm really trying to speed up the process here so we can get to that because that would be really cool. Um, uh, Push Button says Studio One did give me a free download for 30 days to see if I want to purchase full function, the full version. Yeah, yeah, that's an awesome thing that I feel like Personas is doing. You know, they allow you 30 days to try it out to see if you like it, and I think 30 days is great time. It's enormous amount. Most trials are like 7 days, maybe 14 days. To see if you like something within that time frame. Personas give you 30. You get a whole month, a whole 30 days to try out to see if you like it. In 30 days, how many beats could you have made? How many mixes could you have mixed in 30 days? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much work can you actually get done within the month of a free program? You know, and to see if you really like it. And that's brilliant. I think that's pretty dope. So, um, when I saw that, I jumped on it. I tried it out, and I think I've gotten to my fifth day using the free version. I was like, I'm buying it. This is it. This is dope. I gotta have it. It only took me 5 days. You know what I mean? I would have bought it sooner, but it was like as I kept working in it, it was like I gotta have it. So I made the purchase. So I'm a Studio One 3 owner, and I kept everything updated. They had some pretty cool updates. Keep your stuff updated or whatever, whatnot. They allow 5 installs. So if you have 5 different computers, you can install your your copy on 5 different computers, and after that, they cut you off. It's not like Logic. Logic you can download anywhere. You know what I mean? Which is whatever. If you need to install it more than 5 computers, you running a business. You running something. You probably need to go back to them. If you need more installs, I'm sure you can go to personas and ask them for more licenses. And maybe you can pay like I don't know, some type of, I don't know. I think they have some type of deal for people that need more than 5 installs or whatever. You running a full production house where you got like 10 different people working on a song or something like that. But anyway, I thought it was great that they give you the that amount of time, to test it out. And I feel like even in the free version, you don't really have all of the functions that, and I found that out because I got in some questions about that. Forgive me, guys. I'm doing 2 things at one time. I'm really trying to fix the site so you guys can see what's going on. But I've gotten a question about that. Um, I think it was the MP3, like exporting MP3, and that particular person couldn't do that, or I think it was something else. I don't remember, but um, it was just certain things you couldn't do in the free version, but you still get all of the tools. Like you still can test drive the um the program to see what you will be getting, but there was a few things that you weren't able to get. I think it doesn't come with all the content or something like that. They know what they're doing. They very smart. So, why give you all of everything, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's free. It's a free program. Like what do you expect, What you really expect from a full DAW, and they give it to you for free for 30 days. And I mean, I get it. You want to see if you really like it, so give you the full experience. But I think there's still like a couple things that they don't allow in that time frame. But like what they allow, you still have full functionality of the free demo, which is enough to say you like it or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. It didn't take me that long to figure out what I want to do. It took me 5 days. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's just me. I still get questions till this day about if Studio One is like I had one other day. Is Studio One uh are they good for trap music? And then following that, the response after that, like in the same sentence, I hear that their audio engine is great. Yeah, Studio One is awesome. Studio One, if you are making trap music, if you're making rock, if you're making R&B, if you're making hip hop, if you're making dance, EDM, if you're doing country, if you're doing gospel, if you're doing I would say neo soul, you know, um, basically what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what you're using. If you're composing for film, Studio One is like you do everything in there, and they also have Notion, which is their scorer, where if you are into the music, uh, music composing, composing for film things like that, they have a score called Notion. It's Notion 6, I believe, and you can use that if you're into inserting or editing the actual notes that goes on the staff and changing the clef, and you know getting into instrumentation where you got your French horns doing this, and you got your trombones doing this, and you got your cellos doing this one thing, then you got your flutes. You know what I'm saying? everything spelled out on the score. They have that for you available right now, and I think that you can get Notion on your cell phone, your mobile device or your iPad, and it also comes with a remote. I have a remote on my iPad. There's not a remote on my phone. Maybe that may be something that they do later on, but I can control my entire session on my iPad just as long as I'm on the same network in my house. I can control the session. Play stop. I can mix. I can actually just sit back and just mix an entire song on my iPad. You know what I mean? That's dope for stuff like that. That's dope. I'm a drummer and I have my drums in another location. My drums is not up on me while I'm, on my same set. So you got to have your drums somewhere a little further away. Um, the recording booth over here somewhere, and I myself like to do stuff, while I'm recording and say things and the mic and do whatever, play the drums. And if I'm in the studio by myself, I'm not gonna pay someone to actually run my session. I mean, if I'm just playing the drums, I could have my son or my daughter do it. But I mean, if I got an iPad that can control everything, hit record and just go at it, and then when I'm done, stop, play it back, and see if I like it. Oh, I messed up right here, and then go in and fix it. You know what I mean? And do it the way that I want to do. Because even if I had my children sitting at my desk, I have to yell and scream out what I want them to do. Okay, go back here, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Or why do that? So the remote is available for easy access. You know what I mean? And so I love Studio One, but because of my love of Studio One, I try to remind everyone that Studio One, I don't want to push it up on anybody. Like, I don't want you thinking that when you subscribe to this channel and you take the courses or whatever, it's not geared towards Studio One users. Although if you happen to be using Studio One, I have a couple of them in Logic Pro though. That's when I first got started, and I made that transition between making these courses. But my point is, when I make videos, they are music production videos. There is not how to use Studio One. I actually have a course specific to Studio One. There's one on there on the site right now. It's Learn Studio One 3. So if you are in Studio One, you just bought it and you want to shorten the learning curve, there's actually a course for that specific. But most of my courses and things that I show is music production. So that means you can be using any DAW of your choice, and it is just really the concept of music production. I talk about sound selection and like what makes sense when you doing music production, and like how to structure your song and what makes sense. And then I go into like some of the plugins that we commonly use. You got your EQ, you got your compressors, you got your reverbs, those type of things that I use inside of Studio One can be used anywhere that supports third-party plugins. So specifically, like for instance, I use RC Reverb, which is by Native Instruments. So if you got Pro Tools, you can use this reverb in Pro Tools and just watch what I do as far as the setting. You know what I'm saying? Or I may use a compressor from Native Instruments as well, 1176 or something like that. Again, that's like, you can use that anywhere. Or another one, which is a mastering program that I use from Isotope called the Ozone. The latest one right now is Ozone 7. I think I still use the 6, Ozone 6 or 5, one of those. I think it's Ozone 6. But when I'm mastering the track to get it to that polished state, Ozone is a third party plugin. It doesn't come with Studio One. You know what I'm saying? Studio One is just is just the platform that I'm using to achieve what I want to do. And so like the Studio One, in my opinion, is just It's just like buying a home. You know what I'm saying? Studio One makes it easy to do these things that I need to do where I can drag and drop, here and there, and it speeds up the workflow. And it's like I was saying, it's like buying a home. If you buy a home and you got good ground, your structure is great, then you can add on, and the different things you can do to that home just only makes things easy. If you bought a home and the structure is not great, it's gonna always fall apart, and you're gonna always be trying to fix the structure while trying to add lights and fans and stuff like that. And then you got to go down and dig deep and try to fix things around it that you did not intend to. All you was trying to do was add a mirror to the room, and then you just found out that you gotta like redo the plumbing or the piping. Like what where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? So if you got a good structure, a solid ground to build from, then all of the bells and whistles and plugins and sounds and all that type of stuff, all of that's just a matter of, you know, what do I want to do and how do I want to do this? Do I want to add a EQ on this, blah blah blah, whatever? And that's just it. A lot of people have told me that Studio One creates a big sound, a huge sound. I agree, but I disagree. I'm kind of in the middle of that. I think whatever DAW you use, it just depends on what sound that you're using and the way that you articulate the articulations of whatever you're doing. If you can put reverb in there, I think you can make a sound big in any DAW. It just depends on what you're using. What are you using to create that big sound? You know what I mean? But I keep hearing that though. I think that's a pretty dope concept though. A lot of people think that Studio One creates a big sound. I don't know. I don't know. I like big sounds, so that's what I shoot for. All right, let's go to the questions. Um, Sip Easy says, you can record an album. Absolutely. If you are learning it, freaking awesome. Absolutely. Um, that's what we do here. We create them all. Reb, MCMG. I got Studio One artists, just tracks out beats for mixing, and it's amazing. I love it. Absolutely. That's what's up. Even for some of you guys that are not using Studio One like to the fullest, like you're just using it for certain things, that's cool too. You know what I mean? You know, it's again, it's my whole thing, my whole philosophy is just whatever works for you. Whatever works for you, that's the best. That's the best route. All right, so uh Hul Up says, I love making beats with samples. I can't chop samples in Studio One like FL Studio. Can you please do a video on how to make beats samples in Studio One? I have a video. I have a video on making, and I'm telling you, I don't know much about FL Studio, but I know like making the beat based on samples in Studio One is nuts. It's nuts. Like I've never thought about doing it that way until I tried doing it in Studio One. It's like I'm telling y'all, like the now the one thing that Studio One doesn't have that I know the FL Studio, and the only reason I know this because a lot of people have had told me that. Well, Studio One doesn't have the step sequencer, or you know what I mean. Um, Logic Pro had Logic Pro had a way to do that in the I can't think of the name of that drum synthesis that's in there, but Logic Pro had a way to do that. Studio One doesn't have a way to do that step sequencing. My machine does it, but that's not a deal breaker for me. I'm cool. I'm more of a linear production producer anyway. So, but there is a video. If you want to learn how to step sequence, whatever, there is actually a video that someone put out that allows for that. Like it's just a certain way you got to do things or whatever. Maybe that's something in the updates that. See, the other thing is that's great about personas is they listen to their people. So that's why I'm not going anywhere because they listen to us. You know what I'm saying? When I was with Logic Pro, it took like forever for something that we were asking for to actually hit the market. You know what I mean? And so even though Logic Pro is still a beast, I'm not like I'm not putting them down in any way, but it's just like I don't know. Is how do you guys feel like if you are involved in something and you feel like you're wanted? You know, it's more like that. Like if you are in the community, if you don't feel like you wanted, you don't feel welcome. More than likely, you're gonna find the exit door, and that exit door is gonna become welcoming. You know, that's gonna be your best friend. You know what I mean? The exit door was the best thing that ever happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't feel welcome there. And it's kind of like how I was feeling about Logic. Is I don't know. It's great. I still have Logic. You will always own Logic. You know, any Logic user, you will always own Logic. But I just prefer Studio One now. You know, Studio One is, and then all of they're doing, what they're doing with the integrations with their mixers, and man, I should get paid to talk about personas, man. I need to call them up because I'm just going in. Like, how did this art of sound turn into a Studio One? I should. It's crazy, but I don't mind. Um, you reading my questions. Hold up, yeah, yeah. I just answered your question. All right, Mr. Dogs, what's up, man? What's going on, man? What's going on? I ain't haven't seen you in a while. Cool, that's what's up. So Visa says, yeah, I use Studio One Artist with the upgrades. It's dope until I get Studio One Pro. Yeah. So the Artist is pretty awesome. Again, Artist will be like your step down from the actual Pro version, but you know you still can get a lot done. Like Sip Easy just said, um, he loves it, and I feel like once you finally upgrade, then you'll get into some more, and like you'll enjoy the whole platform. It's just pretty awesome. All right, guys, this was awesome. This was wonderful. I got to get out of here. I got some things I need to get into. But you guys were awesome. I appreciate you guys, Mr. Dodds. One more question. Is it possible if the CPU is too high with making a beat on Studio One 3, would I have to buy a drive or upgrade the computer running off Windows 10? Um, Real quick before I leave, I'm gonna answer this question. Um, in regards to the computer, um, Toy said, "Is it for beginners?" It's for anybody. It's whatever level. But depending on the system that you're using, I'm not familiar with the Windows platform, but what I'm about to say should work cross-platform. Um, when you purchase Studio One, and that's anything, any software that you purchase, it's a great idea to, especially Studio One, seeing that it's a music program and it demands, um, any music software would demand CPU. So you want to make sure that your processing speed or your memory is fully maxed. In my case, my iMac 27-inch came with 8 gigs in it. I maxed it out to 16, which is the maximum on here, to allow whatever I'm doing, Studio One, Logic Pro, Pro Tools, whatever, to be able to function at its full ability or whatever. So you definitely want to make sure that you have enough memory to do these type of things. Your internal drive, um, you kind of want to make sure that it's not full. You definitely want your internal drive to be full. Is a rule of thumb to have all your music, your pictures, videos, and that type of thing, because those are big files. Um, Mainly picture and video. Those are the two biggest. You want those to be on your external hard drive, and it's ideal to have an external hard drive at the speed of 7,200 RPM. That's the actual speed of the drive. Mine's came with 52 RPMs. in this computer. So, and it's been doing pretty great. But I have external drives down here below me that are at 7,200 RPMs, and it's where all of my content of my programs, so like Native Instruments, all of the stuff that can run on external hard drive is running off of my external hard drive. So when I'm working, it's pulling data from those drives versus my computer, my internal computer. You know what I mean? There are some people who got computers and they have like a terabyte of space, and they feel like they can do, they can put everything on their computer. I mean, by all means, you do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But when your computer crash on you, don't come calling me, commenting on my videos and saying, man, don't do that because I warned you. You don't want your computer to work hard, and that's the whole purpose. Like you may have a lot of space on your computer, but um, it's I don't think it's a good idea to have your actual program. Your program has to live on your current OS system. It has to run and it has to be installed. But as far as the other content, like all of the loops and music and samples and things of that nature, if you have the option to move them to a external hard drive, then you want to take advantage of that because um, that will save you a lot of time, save you space. You won't really run that much into latency. But again, it just depends on what you are doing. If you guys are doing things that's causing latency, that's on you. But a lot of times, if you're doing that, they have what's called block size in Studio One, and you go to your preference and you go to your block size, and you can adjust your block size accordingly. You know what I mean? So for playback, if you're doing music production stuff, your block size, like I think like anywhere from 512 and up and higher might be idea for that type of stuff because if you got like plugins running, things of that nature, if you got a bigger session, big music file or whatever, you might want to increase your block size. But if you're recording audio, you might want to decrease it to like anywhere from 512 and under, maybe 128 or something as far as your samples or whatever. Um, I think I'm done here. I have to get to my next appointment. So um, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I gotta go. I must go. Check out the website artofsound.university. Again, I want to make it clear before I go, just to show some of you guys that I knew. I'm not going to show the website. You guys have to actually rewind this all the way to the top to get the website, the everything that I'm talking about. But I'm just going to take you to this one section here on the website so I can show you guys, so you guys can't say that you don't know. So you go to the Art of Sound University here, okay? Art of Sound University. You're going to scroll down to this section right here where it says subscribe now to be notified. Okay. And then you're going to hit here, and then you're going to type in your name right in this box here. And then you're going to enter your email address here. Okay. And then you're going to hit sign up. So once you do that, you are on my list, and we can send you a discount code to everyone so that you can save on the courses that you want to purchase for the holiday seasons. All right. All right. So I'm going to get on out of here, guys. You guys was wonderful, awesome. I always enjoy talking to you guys, but it's my time. Remember, my name is Ellip. Music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. I'm signing out. Good night. Good morning. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. And all that good stuff.